Brightway Immigration and Asylum Practitioners. It is a good afternoon in the United Kingdom, Nigeria 101.1 FM. My name has not changed, Lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye. We're sorry we're a bit behind with time. It was due to the last program, so that's why I apologize to those who have been waiting to connect with us on this channel and platform of Nigeria 101.1 FM and the Lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye platform. Thank you so much for your patience. We really appreciate you. We are on 079. We are on 07852 462 910 for Nigeria 101.1 FM live in the United Kingdom. 07852 462 910. And also on the T-Mobile for office is 07908 628 240. 07908 628 240. Time is of essence in this particular program today because I have seminar to deliver again at Play Store today around 4 o'clock or 5, and due to distance we have to be quick, but because we are running late we still have to catch up on what we have missed so far. Now today we are looking into timing of applications. Timing, that's what we are going to go through straight away now. My name hasn't changed, Tokunbo Olagbaye. I want to appreciate all of you that were on the program of EYD Yoruba yesterday. Thank you so much, and for all those who have advised us on the latest edition of what is happening in the diaspora. We are working on it straight away from Studio Nigeria 101.1 FM, Tokunbo Olagbaye. Right, we're looking closely into the issue of putting application in, the right time to put application in, and when it is applicable to say that you have the right to continue to be in employment. That's what we are looking. And what we call it is timing of application. That's what we are looking at now. Timing of application. That's exactly what we are looking at straight away. So, ladies and gentlemen out there, please share this program and let your friend connect with us straight away on this platform. And those who are on the radio, straight away, can you tune into your radio 101.1 FM live in the United Kingdom? Because what we are looking at is so crucial to people. A lot of people have lost their job as a result of employer not getting it right, or as a result of other lawyers not telling clients that don't worry, this is your right, and put a note to cover that explanation so far. So this is why we have to bring this topic up straight away to assist you guys in time of what is happening. Timing of application is what we are looking at. The question now we need to ask is so that is the question of when to make an extension of application is crucial. So when you are putting in an application, when are you supposed to put in your application? At what stage? At what time? You're supposed to put in an application so that you will not lose the right to continue in employment. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. So we have to look at that angle. And if we don't look from that angle, it basically means that we're going to cut short. A lot of people have been calling and said that the employer have sacked them or have ended their employment as a result of them going through renewal and they are not able to continue in employment. That is not supposed to be the case. If you have been affected by one way or another, you can call me right now on either of the number that I have given us there, 07908 628 240, 07908 07908 628 240. That is the number to call me on straight away, so that whatever is bothering your mind, you will be able to connect with me right now and ask that question straight away. Call, please like and share, and also connect it with your friend, with your platform. Timing of application is what we are looking at. At what stage is it right for you to continue to put in your application for extension? We're looking for applications as after 24th of November 2016. It is assumed that once your application, you've submitted it, that's the end of it. You know, it's just like that. The applicant must be, but the 24th of November 2016 is saying that applicant must be lawfully in the United Kingdom when putting in an application to the Secretary of State for extension. So we're talking about those who are extending their application at this particular stage. We're not talking of those who are going for the first time. We are talking of those who are renewing, those who want to put in their application for extension. You need to ensure that when you are submitting your application, make sure that you still have leave to remain. before you submit your application to the Secretary of State. The allowance, according to the Secretary of State, is not law, but it's a guidance, 28 days. That's exactly what the law is saying, just to guide you, you know. So you need your clear 28 days to continue to guide you in this scenario. If you don't have clear 28 days, then there is a problem that you might be short of time if you are not careful, because you have to look at when you put money into the account. If there's some direct debit that comes into your account and takes away that money for the Home Office, that can affect your application. Or there is a problem with the lawyer that you give your application to put it in for you. That can easily affect your application. So timing is quite crucial in this scenario. You have to look at the timing of your application. Now, what I want to deal with today basically is to deal with those who are putting in an application. I realize that a lot of people are counting wrong time for the Secretary of State. Listen, you cannot count time otherwise for the Secretary of State on your card. You have to look at the card. The deadline on the card is the deadline, not from the date you submitted your application. People have been counting wrongly and said that, oh, I submitted so time, so they believe that it should run from that time. You don't tell people what to do when they are giving you something. You are taking advantage of a discretionary power, and as a result of that, there is no room for you to be dictating to somebody who wants to give you something. It's like I want to give you money, and I said, okay, Tokunbo, I will give you £10 tomorrow, and you are dictating to me that make sure that the £10 you want to give me is a new note. You don't have the right, as long as it's legal tender and it's a note that they are still spending. I think that money is worth giving to you, and it's worth you to appreciate that money. Or you should be telling me that I don't want it in notes, I want it in coins. No, it's my discretion to give you whether in coins or 2 5 notes or £10. That's my discretion. So you need to appreciate, and that's exactly what Secretary of State is saying indirectly, that after when you have run out of your status, she has looked at it from another angle entirely because of your family life, and has accepted you with your mistake that you have overstayed, and still want to give you right to continue to be in the United Kingdom with her. So as a result of that, she gave you a status of 2.5 years, which is 13 months. But she now saying that I'm going to lose my temper if you don't put in that application before the end of it and ask me for another 30 months to continue to be in the UK with me. That's exactly what Secretary of State is saying. You must put into me before the end of your leave to ask me for a further leave to remain, so that you can continue to be in the United Kingdom with me. That's exactly what she's saying. She's not saying otherwise. Now, to concur with the Secretary of State at this particular stage, you must submit your application right on time. And I will agree with Secretary of State at this stage. If you don't put in your application at the right time and you run out of visa, the law is saying that the application can be refused for that reason alone. The application can be refused for that reason alone. So you need to be aware of exactly what the Secretary of State is saying. If you don't put it in at the right time, there is every possibility that your application will be refused. So you should take note of that. So the 28 days that the Secretary of State is saying is guidance. It's only guiding you to tell you that you should be wary that when your leave is 28 days to finish, put it through to her back so that she can continue to give you the opportunity to remain with her in the United Kingdom. Now, let me move smoothly to the problem of employer and employee, which is what is causing problem in the society at the moment. A lot of people are out of jobs because the Secretary of State is saying that put in your application right time and I will grant you. But then, having said that, some of the employers are so worried of the Secretary of State's scary mongo or whatever it's called, you know, because Secretary of State is saying if you put somebody in your employment and they don't have right to remain in the UK, I'm going to charge you £10,000. Employers doesn't have some of them are not well read, not well learned, so they don't understand the sections that we are using today. So as a result of that, they look at the card, and once the card is empty, there's no further leave on the card anymore. They chuck you out of your employment, and they are making you be out of employment and not be able to put food on the table for your family. That is totally nonsense. Employer needs to understand the law, and they have to take it through to the Secretary of State. You know, they have to check with the employment service at the Home Office to make sure that the person have right to be in employment. Now, basically, what we are saying at this stage is that there is one particular section which is one of the old sections in immigration law. It's one of the old sections. It's been long dated. It's inserted inside 1971 Act. And if you know 1971 Act, 1971 is one of the oldest acts. It cannot be taken away, because if 1971 Act is taken away, then a lot of nationality or a lot of entitlement to citizenship will be removed. So 1971 Act cannot be taken. Instead, sections are being inserted indirectly, coming into it. But this particular section we're talking about is Section 3C. Section 3C is saying that if you put in an application at the right time before your leave expired, it basically means that you will continue to have right to be in employment. To those who have been calling me, even though I am not your lawyer, but because you are my fans, you are my friends on the FB or on the radio, you are following me on, you are supporting me, you want me to get involved. There is no way I can get involved if I'm not directly involved from the onset. Now, if you are having problem with employer that say that you cannot continue in employment unless you are deceiving me, then no employer must sack you or ask you to leave your employment. They need to check with the Secretary of State. That is the protocol. There is what we call employment service checking at the Home Office, where the employer have direct right to call into and ask Secretary of State with your name and date of birth to check your status. At the time of your submission to the Secretary of State for extension, it is vitally important that you have leave to remain. Because if you don't have leave to remain, at the time that you are submitting your application, then you might fall foul in that respect. You might be losing out. So I actually want to advise you, I want you to concentrate in that situation to know that you need to know exactly when to ask for extension. You cannot afford to ask for extension at the late hour. That is not possible. Extension cannot be asked at the late hour. So I'm taking you back straight away into what I have just spoken about now, and I'm going to reiterate on this particular section for those who are not who are just joining us now. Basically, I'm talking about your timing of application, and I'm dealing with Section 3C of the Immigration Act of 1971, which basically allows you to continue in employment after you have submitted your application. But what you have to bear in mind is that you must submit your application at the right time. So your application must go in before it expires. If your application is submitted after it had expired, I bet you the employer has every right to ask you to leave the employment until you are renewed again and you can come back to them. And they have the discretion to take you on or not to take you on. So bear it in mind. Section 3C of the Immigration Act 1971 allows you, after 24th of November 2016, to continue to submit your application. If it's at the right time, if it's submitted before it expires, then you have the lawful right to continue in the United Kingdom and the lawful right to continue with your employment. If you have any problem with your employer and you are my client, I'm saying directly, if you are a client of lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye of Bright-Way Immigration and Asylum Practitioners, then you will have every reason to come back to me, and I will write a letter and send it to your employer to state what the law says. And if they are not convinced enough, they have to contact the Secretary of State to make sure that they have the clearance with the employment service checking service at the Home Office. That is just it. So the point here is that timing of application is crucial. Don't make mistake to submit your application when the leave had expired, and stop arguing with figure or time. You look at your biometric card. The biometric card saying that it's going to expire on the 24th of March 2018. 24th of March 2018 means that you're supposed to have submitted your application since last month 24th. So 28 days has to be cleared in your submission to the Secretary of State. So this will give them enough time to go through the checking service, to go through the costing service, and then for the caseworker to take control of it. At the time the caseworker is taking control of it, the department will have said to the caseworker when they receive it in the building, and that is what is crucial. It doesn't matter when caseworker is dealing with it. What is crucial is when they actually receive it into that building, and that is why it's important that every application going to the Secretary of State must be submitted with a recorded delivery, not ordinary post. Nobody does ordinary post with recorded delivery. So I'm talking about the timing of application here. Section 3C of the Immigration Act allows you to continue in employment. So if your employer is having problem, you need to let me know so that I can assist you. I'm in the studio right now on 07852 462910, or my telephone number right now to contact me when I finish is 07908 628 240. 07908 628-240. That is the direct number to call me on. I'm going to send a WhatsApp to people at large that are on my platform. I will send you a WhatsApp now, because this statement is being recorded on the WhatsApp now. So I'm going to send it out to people at large to make use of this lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, fine. Well done. We are really enjoying your program.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please, I got a question for you, man.
Okay.
Yeah, if it happens that I submitted my application on time before my visa expire, and it's taking long time for the home office to treat the application like it takes like 10 months up to 1 year, and my employer is asking for that it's taking a longer time. How long can I see for my employer to send me out of the job?
Your employer hasn't got any right to send you out of employment if provided that the application was submitted on time. Yeah. And like I said, that it allows you to continue to remain in the United Kingdom, providing that you submitted it on time. So the guidance is 28 days. It is not legal, but it's the guidance.
Okay.
But if you're having problem, that is the duty of the representative that you have. Your lawyer should assist you, you know, to write to employer and tell them exactly what the law states. And if employer is not convinced enough, they have every right to contact Secretary of State for this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I even gave them a copy of the parliamentary when they sent it to me, but they are now looking at it, and maybe it's up to 10 months, and I've not gotten a feedback from the home office, so that they are somehow worried about why it's taking a longer time.
I guess the delay is within the department. The delay is from inside, so it's a different ball game entirely. I think the government has taken more than what they can chew. That's the interpretation of this at this stage. And as a result of that, I will conclude that the backlog was as a result of taking too much. Do you understand? But nevertheless, if you submitted before you run out, then it basically means that you are okay. Because the law says that you will continue to be in employment. And there are 3 stages of this, which I'm going to deal with now as well. You know, the 3 stages that give you the opportunity to continue in employment.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
You're most welcome, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye. We're still here on Naija 101.1 FM, live in the United Kingdom. Live in the United Kingdom. That's where we are now. Like I said to you, I have a very limited time, though I started very late due to other program, but I have to apologize again so that people will not be saying that, oh, I've been waiting. But regardless of, I still have a seminar to attend today, and immediately I leave studio, I will not be able to take calls. You will see the brief of it on my platform as soon as I start, but then I will cut off. Please hold on. So those that we are going together, please meet me down. Please call me immediately after this program. Those that are going with me, I don't want to mention your name because yeah. Hold on, please. Those that we are going together to the seminar, please meet me down either with the address of the seminar place, or if you want me to give you a lift, then tell me where to meet you. But I'm basically in East London at the moment, so I'll just continue my journey from here because it's East London. Plaistow is in East London, studio is in East London as well. So I'm in East of London at the moment. Please carry on. Please carry on.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here. Please carry on.
Yeah, I just want to ask one question. The life in the UK test, does it expire? Because I've done mine like 5 years ago.
No, not at all. It doesn't go off. Not at all.
Okay, it doesn't expire.
No, it's only the English test that expires after 2 years.
Hello?
It's only the English test that go off, but the life in the UK test doesn't go off.
Only the English test
that goes off, yes.
All right.
So 2 years you have
All
to
right.
do it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, bye. Hello? Yes, good afternoon. Yeah.
The question I have is not, it's kind of off this topic, but I just have a quick question, ma.
Okay.
When I applied for my stay at first, I applied in 2011, at Living Together. So later on, they told me to send in my son's red book. So then that's when they now gave me 2.5. They now wrote me a letter saying that I did not meet the criteria that Living Together at that time. That they gave me through my son. So when that expired, I had to renew. I did all my necessary documents and everything on time. So when they now, another letter came from Home Office saying that they went back to my previous application in 2011. That now is now giving me on my partner. That they're giving me the partnership. That now I'm eligible for me. So now, they now gave me 2 months and 1 month. I mean, 2 years and 1 month. So now I'm used to renew this year, and by February, I should be able to put it in by December. But now I'm not really sure. Is it that I'm going to still apply for the same 2 years and 1 month, or is it indefinite? Because I don't really understand.
How many times? How many times have you been granted? How many times have you been granted?
I did it second time when I was going to now return back to my previous application.
Did you have leave to remain before you were granted the first one?
No, I don't have. I only had visa to be in the country at that time.
You came in as a visitor at that time?
Yes.
And you changed to that, yeah?
Yes.
So it basically means that they granted you outside the rule under Appendix FM. So you were granted outside the rules.
Outside the EU
law? No.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with EU. It's the immigration law.
Yeah, that's what
you were granted outside the immigration law.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it basically means that you have another 2 terms to go.
Yeah, but what is really confusing me now is they now refer me to my previous application, the one I submitted in 2011. That's where my stage is on now.
Take me back to the scenario. Take me back.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, 2011, the application I submitted was for partnership. The Living Together since 10. I think that was one that was really going on then. So that was what the lawyer did for me.
In 2010, you said?
11.
2011, okay.
Yeah, because I had my son in 2011 December. So I put in the application before I put it in. So after I put it in, they asked me to bring his red book that I should submit it. So a week after I submitted that one, he replied to me saying that I didn't meet the criteria of Living Together, as I've only been in the country for a short time, a short period. So they said, okay, they are giving me outside immigration law, that which is they put me on my son because I put to bed to a British citizen by a British citizen. As I mean, the dad has British passport, the son is identity. So they're giving me under my son, not my father anymore. So now when that one expired and I reapplied to renew, they now wrote me a letter. So they sent me the form saying because I didn't fill my partner's side, they now sent me the form back to say that I should fill that side. And I fill it, each side it and send it back to them. So they now replied me saying that they've now gone back to my previous application, which is the one I submitted in 2011. That's so now that I'm entitled to the Living Together, the partnership. You know what? Let me take out the letter and read it out for you.
You will not be able to do that. There's so much queuing. You will not be able to do that, my dear. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
There's quite a lot of people that's trying to call in now. So
yeah, I know.
Listen, if you really want to take a proper advice in this respect, I know exactly what you need to do. I guess you have to make an appointment to see me in the office. People are now telling me that we need to move on.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have short time on the radio, so we have to be careful.
I do understand. Thank you.
So I apologize to that.
No problem.
Thank you.
I'll phone in to book an appointment.
Yes, please. Thank you. let us be aware that time is quite short on this platform. So on this program, we are in the studio, so we're in the media. It's different from the social media. This is on communication media. So time is very short. So we have to be, sparky, quick, and on point. That's the whole idea. Because we have other people. There are too many of us on the program. We have the pastors. We have everybody. So, and the celebrities, everybody come in to do their program and go. So there is not much time, to beat around the bush. But thank you, Maria. Thank you, Maria. I understand what you are saying. Thank you, Maria Lashley. Thank you. Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Akindele.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question for you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'll be due for indefinite leave to remain next year. But the problem is, I'm 3 months short behind of the application. I don't know when to apply. For example, my 10 years will be next year March. Next year July.
Yeah.
And the visa runs out in March. So I'm having about 3 months short. What time do you think I can apply?
You'll be asking for 1 more year leave to remain between me and you.
Okay.
You'll be asking for 1 more year leave to remain. Because if it's a scenario where calculation is required till the last minute, don't waste all the 10 years in the UK. Ask for another 1 year because they might refuse you.
Just for another year.
I think so. If you're short now, if your visa is going to expire in March and your lawful residence will be 10 years in June,
Yes.
you have not been out of status since you came into the country.
No.
Please, I will be giving you advice from the highest. I think you should apply for 1 year extra. I think you should apply. And Secretary of State will give you due respect if you do that. Trust me and take my word. You will be highly respected if you ask for 1 more year. But if you close your eyes and carelessly go for indefinite leave to remain, you will end up in court.
So what, on the basis of what will I apply for that 1 year?
You're asking for extension because you believe that your 10 years of lawful residence to apply for indefinite leave to remain is not due until July or until June. But there's a 3 month gap in between this period to that June period to come. Explanation, that's what they call analysis. Analysis. It's got to be analyzed to the Secretary of State. And if that can be done, trust me, they will respect you. But if you carelessly close your eyes and go in for indefinite leave to remain, the last time I remember that they do that favor was in the late 90s.
Okay.
They can refuse you because of 1 month or 2 weeks. So be careful.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Unless there's any other thing you want to discuss with me, then I suggest you book appointment, see me in the office privately, and then we can do consultation in the office.
All right, ma'am.
And then I can analyze and see everything from day one, from the time you enter, and see whether there is a gap there. So before you do anything, let me suggest consultation for you.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. It's all a matter of time. And like I was trying to explain to you earlier on, with regards to... Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hello?
Yes, hi, go ahead.
Yeah, the trouble is I'm speaking on behalf of my brother.
Okay.
He has this EU marriage with an EU.
Okay.
But unfortunately, she has violated the whole immigration rule. She's not been working a year after the marriage. And it's already got 5 years. But now, to cut everything short, he can't renew on her because she stopped working. She's gone out of the whole immigration rule and let things go. And he has a child with her. The fear now is, she said she's not going to get the British passport for the child. She's going to get EU passport, in which she's yet to get. And we don't know what is going to be the extension on next year now.
Now, let me ask the question clearly again. This is about your brother
Yes.
who married to an EU person,
Yes.
and the EU person is not working.
Yes.
That's going to affect the application anyway.
Yes.
Now, the option that your brother may have at this stage is to split to his wife and tell her to go and work, and so that they can go for another 5 years.
Okay.
That is the first option. Split to her. It doesn't have to be full-time work. The law says,
Yeah.
you know, as long as she's in employment exercising treaty rights, then your brother will be able to claim another 5 years with a good analysis to the government and say, listen, my wife
The
was...
thing is, she said she's not working anymore. She doesn't want to work anymore. That you should find another route.
I don't think my government will be happy to hear that somebody is saying that they're not happy to work. And so what would she be living? What would she be living on the public funds, on our money that we're paying a hell of tax on?
Exactly.
I get angry when I hear that. Let's move on to the next stage. Let's move on to the next stage. The next stage is to get British
So
passport.
the next stage is the child.
The next stage is the child, to get British passport for the child.
She said she's not getting anything for the child.
And what passport is the child holding?
The child is yet to have any passport. She's just got the birth certificate.
She's taking advice from outside her, so tell your brother to take advice from me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, bye. We're still on the issue of timing of application live right now in the studio, Nigeria 101.1 FM. My name has not changed. But you can hook me up on 07908 628240, 07908 628240. That is the direct number to me right now. Alternative, the studio number is 07852 462910. I am live right now in the United Kingdom, Nigeria 101.1 FM. Tokunbo Olagbaye. What do we mean by Section 3C? And that's what we've been talking about. What are we even talking about on Section 3C? You know, to be honest with you, Section 3C means an automatic extension of leave. Automatic extension of leave. And basically, it goes in 3 stages. They are in separate 3 stages. The first stage is when you put in an application to the Secretary of State, you were refused. Provided the application went in before the leave expired, you will continue to have that right to remain in the UK. And if you were refused because of one problem or another, you will be given a right of appeal. If you exercise that right of appeal or administrative review, which is within 14 days of the given time, if you do so within 14 days, your Section 3C continues. That's the second stage. Then the third stage is if you were refused on the first court of appeal, first tier tribunal, and you appeal to the upper tribunal, as long as you appeal within 14 days again, immediately to say that the judge heard in law, you will still have that Section 3C in place. Section 3C will die. It automatically dies when you have exhausted all avenue, when there is nothing left again in the bucket. When you have used everything, that is when Section 3C will now fade away completely. And you know the juicy part of it, it's basically saying that while a person is on the first kind of Section 3C leave, before an application is determined, they may vary the application by sending a new fee paid application on the appropriate form. So if you're on Section 3C and there's a problem, you know you can still send in form and pay money and send it to the Secretary of State and change your status. Honestly, Section 3C is sweet, but it's for those who can deal with complex cases, complex matter. Section 3C is for senior lawyers. It's not for anybody, anyhow. You must understand how it works for you to benefit from it. Hello?
Hello, ma.
Thank you, ma. Okay, dear. Please go ahead quickly.
Mo wà lórí tier 2, so mo fẹ́ fi route yẹn gba Definitely. But only 35,000 no good.
And you cannot take second job.
No.
You should be thinking of that, because if you can't take second job, it basically means that you're going to lose that right when it comes to extension. Yes.
Because those state bills and the second job.
Oh, shaking it.
What's up? Pay your good shepherd in your shepherd two company at the same time.
That's not what I learned from my immigration rule. Yeah. But you know, you hold on. You must have met the requirements when you came in anyway. So it basically means that you met the 35,000.
No, I didn't meet it. No, once they increased I think money of over 25,000 then.
So you will continue to be applicable under the old rule. Oh yes. Yes, you are not going to be affected with the new law. No. We don't practice law in that way.
Indefinite.
Yes. You will go on with the same law that you came in with. Under the same law you came in with. Yes. Okay, so please don't raise panic.
Okay.
Yeah. You're most welcome. Yeah, bye. You say time is of essence, but still I feel like still answering questions, but I want people to call in quickly if they have anything bothering their mind before I moved on to the next chapter of my work today, which is the seminar. You know. If you use WhatsApp to call me, normal call will take you off. Hello? Hi. Please go ahead. Yeah, hi.
My name is Jennifer.
Okay.
I'm calling regarding my brother is an EU person.
Okay.
So what happened is I got my residence through my brother.
Yeah.
I got my residence through my brother 5 years.
Okay.
That was 5 years ago. That was in 2010. But because of my brother, he has a wife. He married, and the house was so big. Then I moved out from my brother, which is after when I got married as well. Then I was living on my own. Then I was able to raise money to buy a house. Then, so Home Office find out what they did. They wrote me a letter and they revoked my residence. So since then we've been struggling, or we've been going to court, and up till now they have nothing done. But the solicitor said, I was using said they should be able to give me my residence back, because once I used to go, what happened is that we moved back together. Yeah, because they said I moved out. Then me and my brother, we started living again because the house was very big. So, but since then, Home Office has been fighting me.
Well, if I really want to be honest with you, your lawyer should have given you the basic education at the time you were granted your 5-year residence card. The law will not change for one person. I have to reiterate, the law won't change for one person. So whatever you would want to have done, or you probably want to do at that time, if I were your lawyer, I would have advised you and guide you to hold on until you get your permanent residence. There is a proverb in my language that says, "Ojulon kambo oji orun adebe." But many of you always want to run a race that is too fast than the person that is sponsoring you. You shouldn't have gone into buying a property, I'm sorry. And even if you do buy property at that time, you should have left it rented and continue to live with your family member to make sure that you get your permanent residence. That is the meaning of what I've been saying since all this while. So you were not properly guided, and it's a shame. That could cost you. That will cost you. That's going to cost you a lot of legal litigation. And if Home Office said that they have caught you, bought a property, earning a good salary, not living as a dependent of your family member, there is nothing you can say on this planet to change their mind. There's nothing. So you will be looking for another avenue to renew.
Yeah, but what if you live together again?
What of what?
Hello?
What of what? What of what?
I said, what if you are living together again? You are living together because we've been living together for the past couple of years now after that incident.
Yeah, but that is down to the Home Office to exercise their discretion. That is down to the Home Office. But, many times I put myself in their shoes. I operate as if they were the one operating. And to be honest, the requirement is that stay under him.
Yeah.
That's just it. The requirement is stay under your sponsor, nothing else. If you need me for, maybe there is something you want to disclose, you can book appointment and see me in the office. So you can find a way to book appointment and see me in the office.
Okay then.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. My office number is on 0208 309 8808. 0208 309 8808. That is the office number to book appointment to come and see me. Please always take advice, take consultation before you submit to the Secretary of State. And if you are going for a residence card or your residence card, please take advice before things go out of hand. Take advice. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Mom.
Good afternoon, dear.
Yeah, just a quick one. I'm a British citizen, and I want to find out if I can apply for my mom from Nigeria or permanent residence.
Yes, you can invite your mother to come to United Kingdom, but you have to comply with some of the requirements. So it basically means that you may need to take consultations, before you. Yes, you need to take consultation before you do it. That is just it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what about is it possible for me to apply for my sibling as a dependent under myself?
Are you holding British passport?
Yes, I'm British as well. Yes.
No, you will not be able to assist sibling under British passport.
Oh, really? Okay. All right, ma. I know your office somewhere in Woolwich, right?
Yes, please.
I'll book an appointment then.
Okay, dear.
Thank you very much.
All right, dear. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, thank you, Yinka. I recognize you. Thank you. To book appointment, you need to book appointment in the office after 10 o'clock, I presume, on Monday, on 0208 309 8808. 0208 309 8808. Kokindo Koko Shokila Belge, I've got to go now. You've called me earlier on today, isn't it?
Yes, sorry, that's my brother. This is my own personal experience now. I've sorted out my feeling in the number.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you can book appointment, but this is myself.
Okay. So you will call me to book appointment after we do. We're still on now.
Yeah, he will phone you up, but this is my own experience. I want to take advice on you now.
Unless if you can be quick, because I've been told now the next person is on now. Is around now for the next program.
I will be quick.
Okay.
The thing is, my husband, he got his first 2 years after a long time we were staying here by me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the marriage breaks down.
Okay.
Okay. So the marriage breaks down. When the marriage breaks down, we had a child together, and I said to move.
Okay.
The thing is, he's taking me to court for child contact, and he's not having any contribution in the child's life. And he's insisting the child is a British, so he has the right to stand on the child without any contribution from him.
Because he's taking advice from outsider, so he wants to have access. Has he got papers?
It got 2.5 years. It got the first 2.5 years, and when that was when he started with
Exactly. So he wants to get the second one through the child. So he's been advised to take you to court so that you can have share responsibility as well. And once he's got that, then the next thing is that the Secretary of State will be asking a letter of support from your end. He will be needing your child passport and British birth certificate. That is down to you to release it. But I don't want to say too much because Kisoma Lamarano Larami. So that it will not be somebody that I know. So try to see me further, and then we can talk about it when you have time to book appointment. See me, and then I can advise you beforehand. But he too is taking advice elsewhere, so I think you are entitled to take advice from me. Okay, I got to go now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Excellent. But there is not much time to hang around. Even after this, I cannot hang around. We will meet again when I want to start my seminar today at 5 o'clock. You will see me when I want to start the seminar. Briefly, I will show the outlay. Then I will take it off from platform, but I'm not going to show it. So this is the arena to meet me. I want to appreciate all of you. I cannot take calls anymore. Thank you so much. You're all wonderful. Yinka Makosko. Thank you so much, Yinka. Thank you, all of you. Jalatai Wadimola. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. For me, Christiana, thank you. All of you, thank you so much. There's too many names, to see here. Thank you. Alimat Abdul Karim, thank you so much. Thank you. Akim Alaka, thank you. Thank you. Kemi Agbabiaka, thank you. Maria Lashley Doriva, thank you so much. Thank you. Ojuloge Falashade, I appreciate you. If I don't mention your name, it doesn't mean that I want to ignore you. I want to let you know that we have many on our platform, so there is no possible for me to mention every name. Thank you so much. Prophetess Esther Jesutonyi, thank you all of you for your like and my love button. I cannot say less than that. Thank you so much, all of you. I love you guys. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. I'll see you. To those that we are going together to the seminar, please call me right now and let's know how to hook up. I am available right now immediately after this program. Thank you. Please book appointment to see me in the office on 0208 309 8808. 0208 309 8808. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye for now.